Welcome to UAOSpeaks English,
a streaming program with a radio format made by the students for the world.
Hello, my beautiful audience, and welcome again to UAOSpeaks English. As you know, I'm one of your hosts, teacher Brenda Garcia, and guys, as usual, we have an amazing, terrific, unbelievable episode that is very important for you guys because it's about employment and professional development. So, sweeties, I want also to introduce our co-host. Hello, Elvis.
Hello, teacher.
How are you doing?
Excellent.
Long time no see you, sweetie.
Yeah, I'm glad. Welcome back.
Well, Elvis is very busy, guys, because, he's also studying the major as well, but he's also in this freestyle industry. So, sweetie, it's not easy. Thank you for being here, Elvis.
Thanks, teacher.
Hello, Linda.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
Great, sweetie, great. I love this lipstick, but yeah, I'm great.
You look amazing.
Thank you very much. And we're having the first time here, Alex. Hello, sweetie.
Hello, teacher.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, and you?
Nice. How are you feeling today, the first time on the set?
Kind of nervous, but trying to make it work,
Obviously, guys, of course. I think that when you have seen our videos and what do you think in the social media, the interviews, have you seen Alex, right? But it's the first time being here on the set. On the other hand, we're having a guest, and she's been with us in previous episodes. But today, finally, is here on site. Hello, Melissa.
Hi everyone.
How are you doing, sweetie?
I'm doing perfect. Super
Nice.
excited.
Well, sorry, I have to say this one more time. Let's talk about this part that is about employment. Could you introduce yourself? What is your role, your job position? Where do you work?
Great. So, like everyone already knows, my name is Melissa. I work for Taskas already for almost 4 years. And currently, I am working in the global corporate recruiting.
Oh, so definitely you are the person in charge or having the interviews, right?
Exactly.
You see, very accurate for this show. Okay, so sweeties, also I want to invite you to follow us on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, as UAOSpeaks English 2.0, guys. Remember, my beautiful audience, you can participate on the chat. Let us know your questions. Maybe if you might have questions to Melly about job interviews and things like that, let us know, okay? And I think that we're having another guest online. Okay. So, Natalia says, oh my God, I miss you, Elvis. You see, Elvis is very popular. Okay, so let's continue, guys. What information we have, Linda?
Yes, we have to start getting in contest. Let's see what our audience thinks about today's topics. We invite you to participate by scanning the QR code and sending us audio messages about it. Tell us your name, what semester you are in, and if you study in a different university or institution, please name it. In addition, as teacher said, let us know in the YouTube chat where are you watching the show from.
There you go, sweetie. Thank you very much. Well, I'm sorry. I think that I skipped Linda in the other part, but sorry.
Yeah.
So, Alex, could you help me to read the questions?
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, we exchanged positions, guys. Sorry.
So these are the questions. What is your dream job? What is one skill you want to learn from your career and why? Do you work better alone or in a team and why? Think about a question you would like to ask to the expert guest and say it.
There you go. Interesting question, right, Elvis?
Yeah.
And how people can participate?
And the people participate, remember you can participate by scanning the QR code and answering so this question and know all of them.
There you go. Thank you, Elvis. So, sweetie, remember, if you have always a question, you can say, your questions to the experts today. Okay, Ivan Alejandro says, I'm watching it from English Lab in One University. Okay, thank you, Ivan. That's the attitude. So, sweetie, Juan Galindo, good afternoon. Okay, guys, so I think that let's move on with the what do you think section, right?
Have you ever wondered what other people think about stuff? Do you also want to express your opinion? Join us on WhatsApp and send your voice messages to start the conversation. Welcome to What Do You Think About It?
Hi, today I'm here with Evelyn and Sofia, and I'm gonna ask them a question. So, would you like to work in Colombia or abroad, and why?
Okay, so in my case, I would like to work abroad. That's because I'm interested in the field of investigation, and for that, there is better opportunities abroad.
Yes, I believe in work abroad because it's better pay and other option jobs. But I like work in Colombia. It's my country and I like it. That.
Hello, Nicolas. I want to ask you, what is one thing you're good at?
One thing in I good is the art of drawing because I consider it very good for the long time and drawing in my life.
Hello, Linda.
Hello.
I want to ask you, do you work better alone or in a team, and why?
Well, for me, it's difficult because I always want to do the things by myself, but I know I have to improve my teamwork skills because as a social communicator student, you always work with people. So that's a must in my career.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Esteban. I want to ask you, what is your dream job?
My dream job, I think that video games developer for maybe Nintendo. I think that is a really good job.
Okay, thanks.
Wow, thank you very much for those amazing interviews in the What Do You Think? Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Linda. So, guys, interesting information, all right, about some people want to work in Colombia, other abroad. But, what about you, Elvis? Would you like to work in Colombia or abroad?
Abroad, obviously. I want to drive to different countries and realize my job.
Okay, Linda, how about you?
Well, I don't know. I think maybe both. I like to live in Colombia, but also I want to, get to know the world. So.
Well, the two options are amazing, right? Alex?
I would like to work abroad, but also not forget about Colombia. Like be constantly coming to Colombia back. So that's all.
Okay, interesting. Mel, how about you, sweetie? Have you ever worked abroad?
Well, I have, but I think that I have a very good job that mixes the both worlds. So I also, have work outside, but also here in Colombia. So I think that like now with companies coming to Colombia, right, even bilingual companies, we have this possibility to do both. So it's pretty awesome, how this perspective of work has changed over the years.
Okay, so sweeties, I just got notified that we have already another expert online. So we want to introduce Andrés Becerra. Andrés, hello, can you listen to us? Let's wait. So Andrés is working now, I think. Hello, Andrés, how are you doing?
Doing well, fine. Thank you so much for your invitation.
Thanks to you for accepting it. So, Andres, before to continue, could you introduce a little bit about yourself? Who's Andres Becerra?
Thank you. Yes, my name is Andres Becerra. I am Pearson's academic consultant for Colombia and Ecuador. And I've been basically visiting all our clients here in Colombia and some other countries in Latin America. I have some experience as a teacher, and well, very excited to be here with you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andres. So, guys, before to continue with this interesting chit-chatting, I would like to listen some audios by WhatsApp, okay? Because I know that we're having several, as usual, WhatsApp audios. So, Gus, please. One moment, one moment. They are working on the audios.
I think that one skill that I want to learn for my career is a good communication. In my job, I have to talk to different people, like doctors and patients. So I need to explain things clearly. It also helps when working in a team and solving problems. If I can communicate well, my job will be easier and I can help others understand my ideas better.
Nice.
Oh,
Ay, we were
Hello, my
listening.
name is
Okay.
Camilo Valencia. I'm currently studying industry engineer. And one skill I want to learn from my career is the statistics and big data because it's essential in everyday business life. And I have heard that those skills in this field are paid very well.
Interesting. Well, thank you very much, guys. Interesting information about the skills, right?
yes.
So, sweeties, talking about the skills, I think that we have to move on with the next section, that is the tip talk. Because the first segment, I think, is about skills. So, Gus, please, let's go with the tip talk section.
Many things happen every day at our campus.
Let's discuss them at Tip Talk.
Okay, guys. So, the first segment is in charge of Alex. So, Alex, what we have?
So we have the soft skills for the first session. So personal development plays a crucial role in achieving your career aspirations and overall well-being. So here I searched for the most important 5 soft skills that I think are the most important ones. So I'm gonna talk about a little bit about them. The first one is effective communication. It's the ability to express ideas clearly and actively listening to the others in order to communicate and facilitate the communication between your role, like your leader, your co-workers, and etc. The second one is time management. It's like to prioritize manage the tasks in order to don't be stressed, in order to have time to do what you have to do. Don't procrastinate, you know? Teamwork is to be able to work with others to achieve common goals. That's build trust in your team, you know? If you know that the other person is responsible and is able to do it, you will trust more on them. So you will not be stressed about like, I'm not sure if it's gonna make it well or something like that. That happens a lot also here, like in the university when you have to work in groups. So you have to be able to be really good at teamwork. Adaptability. I think that is one of the most important ones because you don't know what is gonna happen. You will always need to be ready to change to be able to adapt to the situation and the problem that you have. And the last one is gonna be creativity. Thinking about outside the box, being able to, be quickly like be active, thinking about things, solutions about a topic. That's also what they teach us here on engineering, be able to get new ideas in order to solve the problems that we have. So those are the 5 more important skills that I think. And let me see. But
Don't worry, Siri. So
Okay.
to summarize, you mentioned
Yeah.
adaptability,
effective communication, teamwork, creativity, and time management.
Time management. Oh my God. Definitely, those are soft skills. But I would like to ask to Andres, that you're academic consultant, that you have worked in different places. In your opinion, Andres, what are the other skills or soft skills people should develop, for employment?
Well, thank you. Yeah, I personally agree with the 5 abilities or skills that were mentioned before. I think they are very important, and we need to develop them and improve them with the time. I have my personal top 5 skills that we need to improve. Thinking about employability and thinking about the professional context. The first ability that I think is very important is digital literacy. Understanding how the technologies work will help us to perform our jobs better, more easily, and more efficiently. Second, we need to develop critical thinking and problem solving abilities. Remember, companies look for individuals who can analyze situations and find effective solutions. This ability is also important. The third one, of course, is bilingualism. So that's the reason we are here interacting in English, because we need to develop the skill of speaking, not just in English, but in a different language. Remember that English language is a top priority for most of the companies. So that's why developing the language is important. My fourth top skill is adaptability, and I do agree with the person who spoke before, because we need to be capable of adapting to the circumstances and the different contexts. And the last one, but not the least, is having the possibility or capacity to develop an entrepreneurial mindset. Why? Because even if your students don't plan to start a business, thinking innovatively and taking the initiative is highly regarded by the company. So that's why we need to develop this ability as well. So those are my 5 top abilities that we need to improve, we need to acquire, and we need to study constantly.
Thank you, Andres, very much. And how about you, Meli?
Well, I think that everyone, or that Andres and also you, mentioned the very, top 10 skills that you should have, but you also have to complement it with empathy, right? Because you're working with others. So you have to have the capacity by listening to others, obviously, also improving your technical skills, right? Like Andres mentioned, like your English proficiency and other things that are technical for the career. But you also have to think about the emotional, right? Personally. So empathy for me, it's one of the biggest one that has to be there, and that you have to show, in order to get a job and to do your job the right way.
That's right. Well, actually, we would like to include other one that I think it's important as well, and it's about work ethic. I mean, nowadays, everybody tries to be very competitive, try to be the best one in whatever industry, but nobody's thinking about empathy, first of all, about the emotions, about interacting with other people. And on the other hand, people are not thinking about work ethic. I mean, in the way that you work and that you are transparent with your activities, your procedures. And that one starts at the very beginning, the high school, right, Melly?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, in the way that you do the homework, that you're honest, that you rely on yourself, rely on the people, in the things about cheating, plagiarism, all that stuff. I mean, that one in the future is that in a way that you see how is the professional is going to be.
Yes.
I mean, that's for sure. So I don't know, Lindy, so Elvis, you want to include another soft skill, another skill?
Well, no, I agree with all of those that you already talked about.
Elvis?
I consider the skills mentioned is the necessary. I don't agree more.
Okay. Yeah, yes, we mentioned many, to be honest. Yes. So, guys, let's read comments on YouTube. I know that there are many comments on YouTube. So maybe Juan Carlos and the master can show us some messages there from YouTube. You see? Can you read that one, please, Linda?
Mariana Librero said, my dream job is working the F1 similar a Fernando Tornado or Juan Fosaroli.
Well, Mariana, thank you very much. I the same that Linda, I'm lost. But I mean, if you know about Formula One, I think that you think, wow, yes, they're amazing, right? Okay. Can you read that one, please, Elvis?
So, I mean, I want to travel abroad with my job, but I live in Colombia.
Okay, Nati, thank you very much, sweetie. Well, definitely the same idea that Mel mentioned, right? Okay, it's nice to travel, right? But also to live here. Alex, can you read the next comment?
Yeah, Isabella says, my dream job is at Tesla or ABB Robotics because I'm passionate about robotics and artificial intelligence.
And happy face.
Yeah.
Thank you, Isa. I mean, guys, definitely you're
Working
choosing.
for Tesla, it has to be fun.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Super fun.
Could be, and also you need to be very, very prepared about that, you know. I mean, you need to be like a geek or something like this, I think. I'm not sure. Okay, Nati again say, my dream job is to have my own communication brands in Colombia. God, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's also nice that we see this comment that you don't want also to work for a specific or big company, but to have your own company is pretty cool. Goose, can you play the other audios, please?
It's better to work in a team because you share ideas, learn, and everything is faster and easier. Plus, the work is divided, and you get support when needed. Alone, you have more independence, but in a team, you move forward and get better results.
Interesting. Okay, the next one, please, Goose. Let's listen to, and then we have the comments.
Hey, I say hello. My name is David Negra. The question is, what do you think about work in groups or alone? And my answer is I prefer to work alone because some teams in pairs or groups, not everyone has the same commitment as you, and arguments begin. But I do know that it's better to work as a team.
Interesting. Thank you very much, guys. I think that one is it's very controversial about work team because everybody say yes, soft skills very popular. The company is needed, but I prefer to work alone. So I don't know, Meli, what is your opinion about this part? I mean, in the ideal world, everybody mentioned teamwork like a soft skill, but in reality,
it depends on the type of job you're going to do, right? So you have to have both skills, you know, the capacity to work with others, right? To develop a teamwork and a bonding, right, with the team. But also you have to have the capacity to work by yourself, right? Like also you mentioned in the beginning, be very autonomous in your work. So I think you have to have both of the best worlds, like we say.
Okay. So my people, the audience, in the chat, let us know, what skills would you like to develop according to your major? I know, for example, in the case of Elvis and Alex, that you're informatic engineering, right? So what skills would you like to develop? Obviously, critical thinkers.
Yeah. Maybe problem solving. This is the most important. I consider for actually the injury is the important empathy with others because more the common people say no, injury is so cold and no and that's not real.
Thank you for letting us know your opinion.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
I know, guys. I mean, it's because according to the major, also you can see like a specific profile, right? I mean, there is a big difference social communicators with informatic engineers, but at the end, everybody has to work one day together at the end, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, guys, let's reach other comments on YouTube. So, let's see what we have, because I've heard that we have many comments, but I haven't seen them, to be honest. Let's wait. Okay, so Elvis, can you help me with that one?
Okay, Kathleen say my dream job is to own my own car dealership. Interesting. My goal is to create a business where you can offer high quality vehicles and excellent service to consumers, focusing on trust and customer service. That's
Really
excellent,
cool.
Kathleen.
Yes, Kathleen, let us know the company one day that you have it. Because cars are very expensive these days.
Yes.
I mean, guys. Okay, Linda?
Juan Galindo says in marketing you need to develop communication skills. I think in everything, not just in marketing.
Yes, guys. I mean, I know that many people say that they prefer to work alone, but it is even working alone, you need effective communication. And also, as Andres mentioned, it doesn't matter the language. You need to know how to communicate your ideas. Obviously, in a different language, you need to prepare and you need to learn well the other language, right? Alex, the next comment, please.
Natalia Cortez. In communication, you learn to create strategies for a specific situation. Sometimes it is difficult.
Okay, yes, guys. I mean, to be honest, nowadays with social media, social communicators have like a new gap, I don't know, to cover. An example with this, people have like this influencer Instagramer have like some, I don't know, news that are very polemic. They need to work in strategies to try to clean, you know, the profile. The image, very good. So, sweeties, Maria Paula says, my dream job is traveling around the world. Ay, sweetie, so do I. Everyone. Documenting and doing cultural journalism. Ay, yes, imagine being in Singapore, Korea, South Africa, India. No, guy, who's not? Guy, remember, the sky is the limit. Okay, so sweetie, let's move on because I know that we love chit-chatting, but let's go with the second segment. So, Elvis, what we have?
Okay, in the second segment is building your career toolkit. So I commend the essential skills and strategy for building a successful career and the important identify strengths, setting clear goals, and developing a growth in minutes. For this case, I centered in the interview, right? So I consider it a preview and during interview. In the previous interview, you share your existing skill in a technical and interpersonal field. This is more important. Consider two tools. In this case, the matrix show, because the matrix show your strengths, your weakness, your opportunities, and your traits. It's the most important. Recognize this for the job. So. The tools like maybe an skill segment, personality tests, and the feedback from the college can you provide valued insights is the most important. So right. And guys, please analyze your job description. Is the most important. So networking with the professional in your file and following the usage publication because you need to recognize what is the trends for your job. And you push opportunity for the professional development, so course, workshop, and certification. You apply your knowledge, right? During the interview, is so the most important meaning a positive attitude and the show genuine interest in the company and the role. Make your age content, smile, speak clearly, project your confidence in your ability, but no arrogance, all right? So, the focus on the skills and the experience is the most important relevant to the job. And I consider is the tip is your STAR method. What is the STAR method? Situation, task, action, in result. The situation, where is the job and you are experiencing. The task is the action, the task or the goal in this company. The action is what is your skill complete this goal, and the result is the most probably your result during this role. And that's all. So I have a question for the audience and this guest. What did you ever experience a job interview? How what is?
Oh my God. Well,
well, thank you, Elvis. Very complete tips, you know. I was checking the store.
Yes. I just want to compliment to that. What you said, everything is correct. But from all of that, you have to make your own personal branding. That's why you called personal branding. So everyone, you have to know, right, what type of position you're looking for, right? Also, how your skills can adapt to that. What can you bring to the company, and also what you want to get from the company. So from there, you will know how to, sell yourself to the company. Say, hey, not sounding arrogant, like you said, but these are my top skills. This is what I have personally, and these are my skills. So, building this personal branding helps you a lot once you're in the interview, because you get everything together as a person, because you're not just one, separate. You're one. You're a worker, a person, right? A student or whatever. You're a whole. So you have to build your own personal branding.
Interesting. I haven't listened that before, the personal branding. How about our expert online, Andres? Any recommendation or tips?
Yeah, I think part of I can myself, and I have feedback.
Okay.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, yeah. The thing is that I'm hearing myself confusing because my voice. Okay, that's great. Okay, can you hear me?
Don't worry, perfectly. We don't listen an echo or something like that. Don't worry.
Yeah, thank you. It was an echo. Okay. I think part of standing out from among the crowd in this interviewing processes is number one, being yourself and showing yourself in front of the interviewer or the person who is asking you questions. Because when you show yourself, when you show the person you are, this person will easily identify what kind of a worker they're about to hire. And also, there are very important tips you need to take in mind. You need to keep in mind. Number one, never memorize the answers for an interview, because when you memorize the answer for an interview, you might be biased, and you might be, with a lot of information that you won't be able to process in the time of the interview. Second problem we always have when facing interviews is lack of preparation. Remember to check or look for information about the company you are applying to. This is one of the best things, just in case you are asked about how much you know about that company. Important what the person mentioned before, this is START method that will help you to structure your answers in a good way. And also be very fluent, be relaxed in the conversation, and also be relaxed in the way you interact with the other people. Very important, and something finally, last but not the least, something that has worked for me is that I also ask questions to the person who is interviewing me. So that way the person says that I am interested in the spot, I'm interested in the position, and I also want to know more about them. This is an extra, this is a plus, that if you follow that one, you will see great results in your interview process.
Pretty cool. Thank you very much, Andres. I like that part. Well, also, I would like to ask another question for you guys, the experts, and it's about the resume.
Wow.
I mean, when we talk about the curriculum vitae, we were checking that in Latin America, usually the CV is extensively long.
Yes.
I mean, like 5, even 6 pages. And in English, it's like maximum 2. So I would like to ask you guys, that you are the expert, Andres and Meli, like a tips to write an effective resume or CV.
Well, one of the biggest things that you have to have in mind or keep in mind while you're creating your CV is to have keywords, right, that can complement to the job that you're looking for. So this is something that has to be very clear, right? You have to use short sentences that let us know what were your activities, or mainly activities that you had in the company, right? Or the main goals or achievements, as you want to call it. But also, you have to know that sometimes the least is the best, right? So this is something that you guys have to understand, that we as recruiters, we see many CVs in the day. We can say 50, 100. So putting a lot of words to us is just too much, right? Why? Because we complement your resume with the interview. So you guys have to give maximum 2 pages, right? And also, please, right now in the recruiting area, we're not posting pictures. So pictures are no longer needed. So you have to keep that in mind. And please, one of my recommendations is just to have multiple CVs or CVs that you can adapt to the company that you're applying to, right? Because they're looking for some specific skills that you might have, right? But you have not put already on your CV. So you have to adapt it. So please have this CV in your computer, and every time that you see a posting, try to edit it and put the keywords for us.
Ooh. Interesting, I'm not so learning like you about this. Okay, give me a moment, guys. Andres, do you have maybe another or other tips in order to write an effective resume in English?
Yeah, every time you sit and think about writing a resume or a curriculum, just put yourself in the company's shoes. Just try to think about what are the things about myself, what are the things about me that the company is interested in knowing. So sometimes we like to write, for example, about our likes, but the company is not interested in if I like pizza or I like rock music, but instead speak about those likes that you think will contribute to the company's goals and the company's projection to the future. And also, I agree with the person who spoke before, and is that the shorter, the better. So if your curriculum has a lot of content, if it has a lot of words, it won't be appealing for the recruiting or the person in charge of the recruiting process. So if you can go to the detail as to what the company is expecting to hear from you, that would be better.
Thank you very much, and that's pretty awesome, guys. You see, so guys, check the notes to have this one in upcoming opportunities when you write a CV. I like that idea from Melly. I mean that according to the company and the job position, you customize or adapt the CV. I mean, it will be interesting. Can we check other comments on YouTube? I noticed that many people are typing on YouTube, guys. Lexi, they have questions, but I'm not sure. Okay, Elvis, can you read that one?
Okay. Vanessa says I work very well in a group because we share our ideas and opinions. Thank you, Vanessa.
Very nice. Aglis want to say that she likes working on teams.
That's a must.
Yes. Okay, Alex?
Andres says, to work in an important company, I must have marketing skills and analyze demand.
Okay, pretty cool. I think that he's studying marketing, international business, something like that, right? Okay, the next comment.
Ronaldo says, I think you work better in a group because you take different ideas, analyze them, and can get better results.
Okay, pretty cool. I know that some people say, no, I don't like it because some people are not very committed. I think it was one of the messages. But sweeties, I mean, I think that also Melissa and Andres agrees that one day you have to work with other people. I mean, be you like it or not, you have to know how to get along with it. I mean, that's for sure, right?
Exactly. Oh. And you also have to know that you are working for the people, right? You're giving a service. So you have to also think about that you always have to work with humans.
Maybe the thing is that some people don't work well in group. I mean, I can give my 100, but he's only giving his 50. So we have to learn how to lead a group, because if we don't know how, they are not going to work as I want.
Exactly. And that's like, this is like since the beginning, just going back, the empathy, right? You have to know that in groups you're different, different type of styles, right, of working, and you have to have empathy to work with others.
And is very, very connected with work ethic.
Exactly.
I mean, when you work in a group, you know that you have a task or a specific activity. Just do it, because it's not only affecting you, it's affecting the rest of the team, And it's very funny to see like a TikTok videos, like, okay, this is the moment of the semester that everybody says, okay, you participate or you're going to be kicked out. of the team. I was like, my God. I mean, it's funny, but at the same time, it's concerning because you say, okay, these are they able to work with other people? I mean, if this one is in a university or in academic process, how could it be in the professional life?
Hard.
Hard, right?
Hard.
Ooh, Isa Morel has a question. I would like to this question to Meli and obviously to Andres. What are some of the biggest challenges you face in your profession?
Wow.
Ooh.
Big ones, humongous, I have to say. This is all the time. But this is a super nice question. Us as professionals, right, we have faced multiple challenges, right? Getting to work in teams, getting to get out the personal branding, like I said in the beginning, because you have to have it from the beginning. You know, you start your recruiting process until now that you are a professional working, right? So you face multiple challenges, and the thing is that you have to learn, right, how to adapt, you know, to these challenges. And I have to say that one of the biggest challenges, and answering Isabella's question, right, in my professional life, it has been leading teams, right, where you find people that have more experience than you, right? And also other, like in the same group, people that don't have the same experience. So you have to make, you know, this complement in the team and lead them. So I think this is one of the biggest challenges that I have faced in my professional life during these years of working.
Interesting. Thank you, Mel. How about you, Andres? The biggest challenges you had faced in your profession?
Well, yeah, I've had many challenges, indeed, but if we speak about the biggest challenge I've ever had, is believing in myself and believing in my capacities and the things that I can do for the company. Actually, working at Pearson for me has been one of the biggest challenges in my professional life. And I never imagined I was going to be able to work for this company. So in the very moment I realized that I was hired by this company, I started doubting about my my skills and the capacity that I was going to have in order to respond to what the company requested from me. So I think that believing in your own capacity and believing in your abilities is something important. It's been difficult for me, but I recommend you guys to work on that, on those abilities.
Okay, Andres, in other words, believe in yourself, guys, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Thank you, Andres. I mean, that one is pretty cool because everybody think about learn skills, right? Like learn a new language, how to use Excel, big data, platforms, softwares. But really, sometimes the simple is the best. Believe in yourself. Maybe Linda or Elvis, Joan, you have another tip?
No, I don't have any more tips about like the resume or like in the interview process. So, yeah.
And the biggest challenge really that you had faced?
I haven't, like for me, for my first job that I used to work into a call center, it was like the first weeks were like really stressful because it was like we need to start today and it was the first week for us, so it was like really to be like too creative and to be active in order to progress and don't stay there, just progress. And even if you don't know, just try to ask, try to be motivated about it, show your interest in that, so in order to
okay, so it's pretty cool. Guys, I just got it that we have other two questions from YouTube. So can you show the questions, please? Okay, Linda, can you read that one?
Maria Flores says, what soft skills do you consider most valuable in a career?
In any career. Interesting. I mean, who wants to start?
I just have to say to Maria and everyone out there, I think that you don't have one most valuable, right, skill. I think we are a complement of everything. So you have to know, like I said before and multiple times, you have to know yourself, right? And I think that's the most important skill that you can offer others as a professional, right? So also you know your limitations and where you want to go as well.
Okay, pretty cool. And Andres, what about you? I mean, this question is soft skills. Do you consider most valuable in any career and whatever?
Well, I think the soft skills that to me is the most important is discipline. Why? Because we are very emotional individuals, and there is something I heard before that got carved in my mind as if it was carved on stone, which is that where it lacks emotion, the discipline remains. So the discipline needs to be there because sometimes we can feel that we are bored or we are down or we don't know what we are doing. But if we are disciplined, we can do basically everything. So I think I, for one, discipline is the most important ability we need to harvest.
Thank you, Andres. Yes, actually, to be honest, it's a really good one. With discipline, you can you can improve, get better, and definitely get the results that you want to achieve, the goals that you want. So, sweetie, let's move with the next segment that is in charge of Linda. So, Linda, what we have?
Well, we have the third segment that is employment trends. Well, the job market is constantly changing and it's essential to stay informed about the current trends and opportunities. And what are the current trends? Well, hybrid and remote work is the first one. Companies are adopting flexible models to improve productivity and well-being. That is increased investment in digital tools and cybersecurity. Artificial intelligence and automation. Oh my God. Automatization. It optimizes process and creates new jobs in data analysis, machine learning, and software development. Data analysis, that is another trend. Its companies needs experts in tools like SQL and Power BI to make strategic data-driven decisions, and digital marketing and social media that demands for especially digital advertising content in a metrical analysis continues to grow with the rise of platforms like TikTok and Instagram. And the job market, well, we have different tools in the job market to get a new job, and one of them is LinkedIn. You have a profile and portfolio, and it gives you great opportunities and it opens you to many doors. I mean, what you were saying about the adjust your resume to a company. Well, people in LinkedIn search you for those keywords. So you need to know how to create your profiles in different platforms. And an online portfolio showcases your work and skills idea for creative and digital fields. And events and seminary helps you to stay updated, network, and open to new opportunities. So don't underestimate the power of the strong presence in social media.
So, sweeties, to be honest, the trends are connected to technology.
Yes. Everything.
Technology
now.
and also networking. I mean, guys, I know that you mentioned several times that I prefer to work alone, but I have to work on team. Guys, you couldn't imagine the power of being in a community.
Yeah.
Especially in your profession, even in a local market, national or international, but definitely the connections are even better than working in a company.
Yes.
Guys, for sure. Right, Melly?
Totally. Everything has to do with connections.
Sad but true.
And where do you can make those connections? In LinkedIn.
Exactly.
You have to create a good profile in order to get an exit.
Yes.
Exactly.
And sweetie, do us a favor, please. The pronunciation is not LinkedIn. What is, Linda?
It's LinkedIn.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Because many people say LinkedIn. No. Guys, LinkedIn, okay? LinkedIn. I know we're having more questions. Thank you very much for those questions about LinkedIn information. But sweeties, I want to ask you before to continue with the questions on YouTube. I would like to ask to Meli and Andres. Something that I have seen with also colleagues from other majors, and it's about the influence or the impact of artificial intelligence tools on the job market. So, sweetie, what is your perception about these artificial intelligence tools? I mean, because it's like the same thing when we have the internet and when we're having like those technological tools that people think that they feel that they might be replaced by those tools. Well, I just say that it's tool, but in this day we're having like a huge models like DeepSeek, that is Chinese, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, among others. So, sweeties, from your point of view, on your experience, what do you think about the impact of this artificial intelligence on the job market?
Got it. So you also have to know that nothing is, positive all the way or negative. You have to know how to work with it. So what do I mean by it? So I think that artificial intelligence is great once you're creating your resume, for example. It gives you, perfect tips to create words or sentences that can be adapted to the job that you're looking for, right? Or be more clear, right? Also, but as well, it's leaving behind the human contact, right? Being authentic, being you, putting yourself there. So you have to get to know how to make, a space, for everything, and know when to use it and when not to. You have to be very critical about it. So I think it's, like I said, positive and negative. So it's both.
It's like in a balance.
Exactly.
Okay, Andres, how about you?
Yeah, there was a study in the US in 2023 called The Current State of AI in Education, carried out by Carnegie Learning. And what they did is that they interviewed 500 teachers and they asked them the question, hey, what are the benefits you have seen coming from AI? And 42% of teachers said that AI will help them improve their administrative processes. So we need to be aware of the fact that as teachers, we are not only teachers, but we are also administrators. We are also managers of a classroom. So we have to do a lot of things that have to do with managing students, creating quizzes, assessing our students, lesson planning, time management, all these things. So on my perspective and what I've seen visiting a lot of schools and universities in different countries is that artificial intelligence will help you reduce time and be more productive in those administrative tasks you have to do as a teacher. Of course, we need to find balance, and I think that balance can be reached or can be achieved by teaching soft skills in the classroom. But it's basically that.
Okay, thank you very much, Andres. I mean, sweeties, I think that I agree with Andres and Meli that it doesn't matter your major or your career, your occupation, your job position. The idea that you learn how to use these tools for your own benefits. I mean, it's important to use them, obviously. How to use their prompts, obviously. But also you need to include your style, like your branding in that work. Today the word is branding, guys, for sure.
Yes, and it's very important to everyone, personal branding.
Yeah, I mean, we learned that one today. Okay, we having more questions? Okay, let's go with some questions. Also on YouTube. Okay, so Linda, can you read that one for me, please?
Yes, Raquel says, how will I know that I'm ready and expert when I achieve my academic goals, but I still don't know if my English is advanced enough?
Interesting. Well, that I'm already an expert. Well, I think, sweeties, to be honest, that practice makes perfect. When you start practicing, at the end, you even don't notice you became an expert in that part. I mean, that's for sure. And about my English is advanced enough, it depends the level, how high you need it for your job or even in your personal lifestyle. Okay, so sweetie, how you know that it's advanced? When you feel that you don't need to translate on your mind into Spanish. I mean, there is one moment, right, Meli, that is a chip that you start talking in English and you don't think in Spanish. In that moment, you know that you're an expert. That's my tip.
When you're learning English, they tell you think in English.
Yes, teacher, how? I mean, I know that all your life you have thought in Spanish, but guys, there is a moment that you practice a lot. That definitely, in one moment, boom, he switch the English mode. Okay, the next question. Can you help me, Alexito?
Yeah. Caitlin says, how important it is for accounts to have advanced English skills in order to achieve higher salaries and career advancement in their accounting field.
Ooh.
A lot. Have to say. A lot.
Really?
It is. Like we were saying in the beginning of the show, it's more and more companies are coming to Colombia, bilingual companies, and they are requiring multiple professions, and they need people to speak English, and they pay like that. If you speak English, this is a plus. You will earn more, and obviously you will expand your knowledge, and you will have the opportunity not only work nationally but also internationally. So yes, English is important for all and every single career out there.
Okay, pretty cool. Well, guys, I have to ask you something for you guys, the experts, Miley and Andres. Linda mentioned like a different modalities to work. That is like an on-site that you go to the place, right? Online, and the other is
remote.
Hybrid. So, sweeties, nowadays, what is the trend?
What do you see in the recruiting area? We're seeing a lot of remote jobs posting right now. But also, we really see the necessity as a company to see people working in the site. So hybrid has been one of the biggest modalities, because you can work by yourself at home, right, remotely, but also you can work in the site with your team. So, but the most that has been coming up all over these years, after the pandemic, that has changed everything, hybrid has been the most job style that you can find out there, obviously.
Okay, Andres, how about you? What have you seen like at the top trend?
Going at the top, and also because by having people working at home, companies reduce expenses, but also companies became aware of the importance of being together, working in one place. So while some of the days of the week you go to the office, some other days you can work at home or in different places. And that is great for both the company profit, the company investment in employees, and also in the emotional part of the worker. I feel happy if I go to the office, but I don't like to go to the office every day. I feel also happy if I can stay at home or I can work from different places.
100% agree with you, Andrea. There is something, no, I prefer to work at home. I know the rest. I want to go to the office for sure. In my case, I'm very polite, social person. I love going to the places. Yeah. So, Andres, thank you very much for your support. Some people were asking me, where are you in this moment? Because they noticed the background, and also that if you're in the airport, that where you're going. Sorry, but the people like to gossip. Okay, we can listen. Sorry, we're having like some technical. Okay, don't worry. So don't worry, Andres. Thank you very much for your time, for your valuable opinions and thoughts about this. I think that you have like some technological issues. So let's keep here. And guys, I think that we learned a lot in today's episode, right?
Yes.
And Melly, thank you very much. Let's read the... okay, good. Let's listen the other audios. I know there are more audios, guys. Sorry. We forgot the audios.
Fuentes, and I want to learn machine learning deployment because machine learning helps to find patterns in data and make predictions. Deployment is important to put AI models into real applications so companies can use them to make better decisions.
Interesting. But if you notice, I mean, these people definitely are very into technology.
Yeah.
I mean, that one is like at the top. Okay? And guys, thank you very much. It was a pleasure being with you today. Thank you very much, Melly.
Thank you,
It
guys.
was a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Your important opinion and thoughts about this. Thank you, Alex. You did it nicely today. Hey. Thank you, Elvis. Welcome back. Thank you, Linda, as usual. And thank you to our audience. You can see the QR code. One more time, go the attendance. So, sweetie, my recommendation what is that you have the full view screen on YouTube, so you can scan the attendance. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. See you in 2 Thursdays, and the new topic it's about art and makeup. Guys, it's gonna be pretty cool, to be honest. I like to see that program coming soon. So, sweeties, thank you very much. See you next time. Okay.